Good morning, cricket fans, and greetings from the Caribbean. We are coming to you live from Chedwin Park. It's in Catherine, Jamaica, for day 4 of this encounter in the Cricket West Indies Regional Championships between the Windward Island Volcanoes and the combined campuses and colleges. Andrew Chan in your company, and alongside me is a great man, Marlon Pinnock. And to illustrate how great he is, I'm going to address some of the allegations and rumors that surround him. The first of all was that he was born with webbed hands, because he is a born cricketer, and I can confirm that that allegation is true. The second one is that he has never appealed for a wicket. In fact, the umpires appealed to him, and speaking with Chris Taylor this morning, I can also confirm that one is true. And the third and final one is the most amazing one of all. Anytime he looks a goat in the eye, the goat jumps into a pot, complete with seasoning and curry. Good morning, Mr. Marlon Pinnock.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andrew Chang. It's a pleasure to be in the commentary box, sitting alongside you. But of course, it's a brilliant morning thus far, with the combined college and campus team fighting back here at Chedwin Park in this round 3 regional championship game being played here at Chedwin Park. Of course, Cian Hackett and Romario Greaves are the two batsmen at the wicket. The combined college and campus, they lead by 80 runs with 4 second innings wicket in hand.
They actually lead by 76. Romario Greaves with an overnight half century. Not out. Cian Hackett getting a start of about 20-something, 24 or so. And play will resume here. And we're going to have a look at the pitch here, because we've got a little video of the pitch here. And so that is a video from the northern end of the ground where we are in the commentary box, and you can see the footmarks there. But there's a southern end, Penny, as we get to the southern end, where the cracks are opening up. It's still a flat pitch, it's still a good pitch, but I can see some weird things could possibly happen with the ball today. And it seems that the Windward Island Volcanoes believe that, because they're actually starting with spin. This ball is only, I think, 1 or 2 overs old. So Kavem Hodge will start proceedings against Cian Hackett. And the field is spread fairly far and wide here.
Well, of course, Cian Hackett, just before the close yesterday, had about 4 fours in that knock of 24 so far. It's been positive. And Romario Greaves so far playing a fantastic innings for the combined college and campus team thus far.
Yes, of course. And I wonder if we see Sunil Ambrose take the ball, because, of course, he was the man with the golden hand that got rid of Jonathan Carter on 94 yesterday. Hodge to start proceedings to Hackett. And immediately there's some sharp spin into the batter. Goes high. Does it get past the fielder? No. Long on takes a wonderful diving catch. Cian Hackett falls with the second delivery of the day. Johan Jeremiah takes the catch. Kavem Hodge strikes.
Poor decision there coming from Cian Hackett. Second delivery of day 4. Wow, what a way to get out here. And the Windward Island Volcanoes immediately on day 4 of this West Indies Regional Championship game makes an impact. Good start here by Hodge. After a brilliant 158 yesterday, came back this morning, the very first over, second delivery, and picking up a vital wicket for the Windward Island Volcanoes that have Cian Hackett.
Yeah, completely and utterly ill-advised. I don't know if the instructions were for him to go for quick runs. But I think the CCC need to take their time and just settle into this game, bat out at least this session, Penny. As we were discussing the game yesterday off air, and the situation that goes along with it, I was saying the CCC needs to bat at least the first hour without losing a wicket, and they've lost one on the second ball, pretty much the second minute of this game. Zishan Matara is the new batter, and we know he's capable of holding up an end. So we'll see if he and Romario Greaves can rebuild.
Yeah, of course, Zishan Matara haven't had a great game with the ball thus far in this game. But of course, he'll want to make amends with the bat today as well.
I certainly think you'll have a chance in the second inning because, of course, it's a day 4 pitch. There is a lot of wear and tear for the spinners to deal with. Beautiful from Hodge.
Just drifting down the leg side. But good start here by Kevin Hodge. As you can see on the replay here. Just going down leg. Stifled appeal though. You realize Kevin Hodge getting the ball to slide onto the right-handers thus far in his 5 deliveries ball so far.
And he's bowling to that southern end where I mentioned those cracks in the pitch there. And at the end of the over, no runs have been added, but a wicket has been taken, 271 for the loss of 7.
And this is a good start by the Windward Island Volcanoes, picking up a wicket the first over of day 4 here at Shredding Park. And that goes to show the fight that this Windward Island Volcanoes team is putting into this West Indies Regional Championship.
So yes, Romario Greaves not out on 62. It's been an excellent innings by the bowling all-rounder. I guess you might consider him on a full all-rounder now because he has 62. And then 5 wickets in the match as well from the first innings.
Well, of course, Ryan John will be operating from the football end. Just 1 wicket so far in this match for Ryan John. He'll be looking to add to that tally of 14 wickets so far in this year's regional competition. Well, Windward Islands elected to go with 2 slip on a gully here. Ball is fairly new as well. Starts on the money this time, Ryan John. Into his 14th over of this innings so far. Just the 1 wicket for 31 runs. As we say good morning to Vishal Lalman.
Lalman indeed.
Hard-working producer / commentator.
He also told me I had to add another quiver to his arrow, and that was a cricket coach. I don't know how desperate you have to be to get coaching lessons from Visham Lalman. But he's a good player. He is a good player. I'm just teasing him.
And of course the Caribbean.
And he's a patient fellow as well, I have to admit that. Having to deal with me on a daily basis.
And of course the Caribbean's favorite when it comes on to commentary as well.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
The voice of the man himself, Vishon Lalman.
And those are his very own words.
That's why I'm using them back as well.
Indeed. If you look at his website, all his quotes about him are from him. It's a good push by Greaves. And he'll get a single to get his first runs of the day. And I think that's the sort of sensible cricket I want to see from Romario Greaves. He's got, you let the low order batter, Zishan Motaro, finishes 2 deliveries from John. He'll farm the strike, hopefully. And if he gets a bad delivery, of course, he'll try to put it away.
Well, as immediately as Jishan Motara comes in strike, there's another slip in place there. Shamar Springer is at third slip now. So there's 3 slip and a gully in place for Zishan Motara.
Good leave.
Realize there Zishan Motara. Just front foot there. Not going across the line of the off stump. Straight down the wicket. And of course we know Ryan John gets the ball to go both ways to the right-handers.
And it's of course worth reminding our viewers that Motara is just 17 years old. Credit to him. We played against the big boys and doing quite well. 272 for the loss of 7.
So of course Zishan Motara skipped school to be here, Andrew.
Indeed.
Remember going to school and playing for your country at youth level, and then you came back. The whole school want to see you attend devotion. You're at top of the podium. I remember those days, Andrew.
And that's how you build muscle, by all those free lunches you offered.
No, actually was born with these muscles.
Ah, indeed. So another allegation that has been proven true. Hodge to continue. This should be interesting. Romario Greaves. Let's see how he plays him. Cyan Hackett with an ill-advised pump to long on the second delivery of the day.
No signs of any sun this morning. Rather bleaky skies here at Sheridan Park, as you may see.
Drifting down leg. But asking a lot of questions here, Kevin Modge. In terms of, I understand that, of course, Cyan Hackett wants to impose himself. But is it advised on the second ball of the day, Penny? Especially with the situation that your team was in. Was that the right time to attempt that shot?
It wasn't any at all. Second delivery of a day's play. You want to get your eyes in, pick up the pace of the wicket. And Cyan Hackett didn't do that. And of course, hence why he's back in the pavilion with his team 272 for a loss of 7.
Yep. It's only a man with the stature of Chris Gale can hit the first ball of a test match for 6.
Well, you mentioned Chris Gale. He's a man by himself, Chris Gale. Christopher Henry Gale. Very dangerous customer.
Okay. So, thank you very much, Visham Lalman, for further instructions. At the end of the over, 272 for 7. A good little maiden there from Hodge. And let's have a look at that pitch again. At the pitch that we're playing on here at Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica. Right, as I said, on the northern end, the commentary end, where Motaro will be batting from on now. And this is actually the southern end, where you can see that there are a little bit of cracks there, just opening up, just all around. A couple foot marks there, but the bat is okay if he stretches out. On the northern end, where Motaro is currently batting from, there are a lot of foot marks, Penny. On both sides of the wicket. But I think in terms of the batting, there's only Edmund, I believe, is a left-hander.
I think you mean to say Blades?
Left-handed bowler, yes, but left-handed batter. Thank you for the correction, Penny.
But Edmund is a right-handed batter as well.
Oh, he is. Okay, my apologies.
What earlier mentioned about hitting the first or the second ball out of the ground, Chris Gayle was very dominant in any format of cricket.
I think he was just sort of dominant in everything he does in his life, Chris Gayle.
Remember Chris Gayle scoring a triple century against Sri Lanka.
And have you ever had a drink in a triple century sports bar?
Just once. This one is clipped behind square. Will they think about the second? No, they decided against it. So Lozana does the tidying up on this occasion. So that's a single. Position Motaro gets off the mark.
I know you've never paid for drinks in your life, Penny. This is why Visham Lalman is expecting a cool case of the Jamaican beer at the end of our stint today.
Well, of course, we have to have a drink this afternoon.
Yep. A fond farewell to Chedwin Park. An absolutely wonderful host.
As I mentioned, the Jamaica Cricket Association two-day competition gets underway today. A number of games playing all around Jamaica.
Indeed, I'm sure Chedwin Park would have been in use if had it not been for Cricket West Indies and the Regional 4-Day Championship.
Of course, the St. Catherine team travels to Yuaton.
Up in the air!
And it's caught! It's caught at mid-wicket. And Ryan John gets into the hat this morning as well. And my word, the dangerous Romario Greaves goes for 63, as you can see here on the replay. Soft dismissal there by Romario Greaves after batting so well yesterday. One more clip on the replay. Just spoon that ball to Shamar Springer. He won't drop that. And Ryan John gets his second wicket with the CCC team now 273 for loss of 8.
Yeah, really unfortunate dismissal there for Romario Greaves. And the CCC is slipping into further trouble. Their lead is just 82. They would be hoping that they would have gotten close to 100, 150 even.
Well, of course, Ryan John moves his tally up to 15 wickets so far. And this year's West Indies Regional Championship. And of course, the Windward Island Volcanoes moves closer to register their third win from as many games so far in the West Indies Regional Championship for 2024.
Yeah, certainly. But I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with the CCC this morning because I mean, they're in a position where they could have launched and could have really made a fist of it and carried this game deep into the fourth day. But the capitulation of Cyan Hackett and then Romario Greaves, not sensible cricket at all. What they needed to do was bat through the first 15 minutes and then the first half an hour and then the first hour and then see what stage you're at. If your lead is close to 120, then maybe you can start to enjoy yourself in the second half of the session.
Yes, of course. And when you see Cyan Hackett, second delivery of the morning's play, got out like that, playing a big shot and out caught at the long on boundary, it goes to show how poor the decision was.
New batters go Vasta Edmund, and he will be facing up to Ryan John, who's actually taken his second wicket in the innings now. It's a nice push into the cover, gets off the mark immediately.
So the completion of over number 85, 274 for loss of 8. Bleaky skies here at Chedwin Park. Haven't seen any signs of sun this morning, Andrew.
Yeah, we actually haven't mentioned the weather. It's a very overcast conditions. I noticed that there are some dark clouds about to the southern end of the ground. If our cameraman Kadir Mohammed can give us a shot of those, we'll have a look at the weather for you.
And of course, the Combined College and campus not shining any at all this morning as well. 2 wickets lost this morning. 1 to Covin Hodge. As you can see, a shot of the dark clouds here at Chedwin Park.
I think that there might be a minimal threat of rain, but hopefully those clouds stay away. Sharp turn from Kevin Hodge. When he bowls those deliveries back of a length, or sort of a good length, I should say, but just back of a good length, get some sharp turn back into the right-handers. That's well dug out by Edmund. Will they come for two? They certainly do, as the fielder from mid-wicket has to run around to deep backward square leg.
2 important runs to the combined college and campus total.
And this is a concern that I have, Penny, because that's a classic example. Because that was a similar delivery that Cyan Hackett decided to go over long on for. If Gavasa Edmund, who's coming in at 10, and clip it away nicely for 2, why couldn't Cyan Hackett do that? Romario Greaves maybe just cobwebs in his brain and his mind this morning, which is why he pushed that delivery straight up to that short mid-wicket position. But at the same time, it's ill-advised when you know you're sort of the last recognized pair, as was Cyan Hackett and Greaves.
I would, for future reference, I'd like to see Cyan Hackett try to build an innings. Of course, he's trying to bully his way to build an innings. He's not trying to occupy the crease, push around deliveries, get a start. Actually, he's trying to hit his way into a start here. At the completion of another over, 2-7 for the loss of 8.
Sunil Amris there, he's wandering to the creases, to the bowling mark every time. Was almost as if to put in the back of his mind, hey, I want to bowl. But of course he's standing next to the captain, Alec Athanas, at first and second slip. But Ambrose did some good work with the ball late in the afternoon yesterday. Ryan John coming to Edmund.
Edmund looked very comfortable from making his way towards the wicket this morning. 6 deliveries so far to Edmund. 4 runs to his credit thus far.
Good Yoka length delivery going down the leg side, says Marlon Pinnock. Probably agrees with umpire Chris Taylor, but a wonderful delivery there. We've seen Ryan John pull out that York on a couple of occasions to good effect.
Well, of course, that ball was handling down the leg side, so good decision, an easy decision there on the part of umpire Christopher Taylor. Ryan John so far in this innings, 2 for 34.
Short delivery, pull down to the backward square leg, gets it fine enough, and that's 4 for Govasta Edmund. Counter attack by the number 10 batter.
Short delivery, handling down the leg side, and easy pickings there coming in from Edmund Govaska to help that ball down to the fine leg boundary for welcome runs. The CCC total is up to 281 for loss of 8 here at Shedden Park.
And that was a very competent pull shot, I have to say. Good swivel by Edmund. Kept it down as well. That is a good appeal as well. Well. That one looked very adjacent there, Penny. Might have been maybe an inside edge that saved Edmund there. I'll certainly have a look at that one again.
Of course, still going down the leg side there. We're going to have a look though. Worth a shout though, Andrew.
Worth a shout indeed. Chris Taylor rules at the end of the day. Again, but I think I heard a bit of an inside edge on that one.
This time around it was an inside edge. But Ryan John really into his stride this morning. Just picking up that one wicket, and that very important wicket for Mario Greaves this morning. Greaves batted very well yesterday with Captain Jonathan Carter.
Last delivery of the over. I'm thinking Ryan John will try to get one on the line of the fourth stump. Maybe Edmund will have a tickle now and bring one of those 3 slips into play. And he does. Very good delivery, but Edmund had a swipe at that one. 281 for 8. Lead of 90.
Of course, 90, you could call it 90 for 8 here. But of course, the combined college and campus would want to at least get a lead of over 150 on this last day wicket here at Sheridan Park. Can be very challenging for the Windward Island Volcanoes, and we'll see how the pitch is playing thus far. Of course, Coffin Hodge will be continuing from our commentary box end.
Asking again, well. Chris Wright matching his umpire Chris Taylor in turning down referrals left, right and centre.
Whoa.
Maybe just outside the line. I would think that's the only thing that would have saved him there.
But of course, Zishan Motaro was seen to hard say got some inside edge there, but that was pretty close. Kevin Hodge so far 1 for 37. High up the man of the match so far. Brilliant 150. Pleasant looking shot this time by Zishan Mothara through the covers for 4. Superb timing coming in from the steady young 17 years old Zishan Mothara.
Yeah, clean as shot, clean as a whistle, as the Jamaicans love to say. All along the turf. Bounce a little bit, but important thing for Matara, that bounce over the ropes for 4. 94 the lead now. Lovely sound of the bat as well, Penny. Back to this one. Almost popping it up to that short mid-wicket fielder. Up in the air, and he actually gets it past that short mid-wicket fielder. And will it run into the ropes? No, Jeremiah is down there long on. So it well played in the end. But that, I don't think that was far from Ambrose at all.
Well, of course, Ambrose didn't look at it either. As Coffin Hodge had a steer at him, but it was just out of his reach though. Wrapped in the load of
that is it. Edmund goes. Hodge strikes again. Man of the match contender indeed. Penny took us through this one.
It was a quicker deliveries with the arm. Bam, dead in front. Good decision here by umpire Christopher Wright in this occasion. And of course, Coffin Hodge continued to do a fantastic job for the Volcanoes. He's now 2 wickets for 42 runs here.
They're folding like a pack of cards here, the CCC. We were hoping that they would that the tail would wag a little bit.
Good decision. Playing across the line of that delivery.
Yeah, he sort of stuck the foot out there, Penny, and then when he realized, when the ball was turning, he couldn't get his bat out in front.
So the last batter making his way to the wicket, Jetiah Blades. We know how he plays already. But of course, the combined college and campus team at the moment, just a lead of 95. I don't think that will be enough here, Hanjo.
It's enough to cause concern, but I think with the confidence and the depth of batting that Windward's Volcanoes have, let's just say it's a hump to climb as opposed to a hill or a mountain.
As we always hear, cricket is a glorious game of uncertainty. So, of course, the 95 runs is already on the board.
And the man with the bat in hand now, Zishan Matara, might have something to say about it as well. Didn't bowl very well in the first inning. But when he does get his mark, he's very, very dangerous. And with the pitch that he has on offer, might just get a couple deliveries to do some interesting things. Ryan John to Mataro. Goes for the hook shot. And he gets that down to deep backward square leg. And that is a lovely 4 from Zishan Mataro. The lead now up to 98, Penny.
That's a wonderful pickup shot. It goes all the way over deep backward square leg for 6. Superb timing by the youngster. And a lot of risk there. Big shot coming in from Zishan Matara. All the way for 6.
It's actually that means the lead is up to 100 now, if that was a 6 indeed. And I think that's what disappoints me this morning about the CCC in terms of their batting. I'll make my point after this delivery. Matara is clearly somebody, a class player who can hold up the end. So with Cyan Hackett and Romero Greaves on their last batting pair, okay, they would have felt confident that, okay, Matara is it. But he should have a senior batter with him. And that's the important thing that is not happening. With Matara there, they would have still had a little bit of a chance to at least get up to that 120, maybe 150 mark. And make the Windward Volcanoes sweat a little bit more.
Well, of course, if you look at the combined college on campus team, there are a lot of...
Flicked again nicely in front of square. Will that run away to the ropes before? It does indeed. This is a lovely counter-attack by Matara, but admittedly, badly lined deliveries from Ryan John.
It was indeed an easy pickings for Zishan Matara. As I mentioned before, the combined college and campus team have a lot of inexperienced players. And it's showing out there on the wicket as well. 2 good shots coming in from Zishan Matara. Pushes his tally up to 16. Valuable 16 runs to the combined college and campus total though.
Yeah, but all of a sudden the lead is 105 penny, and that's what I'm saying. If it was either Hackett or Greaves there with Matara.
Pleasant looking shot. This is a man in tremendous form. Just came on the front foot and punched that ball through the middle of area. As the 300 comes up for the combined college in fine style. Superb timing there coming from Zishan Matara. He's up to 20. And of course the combined college on campus up to 300 for the loss of 9.
Stand and deliver stuff. Coming in at number 9, 17 years old, and he's doing what the senior batters were not capable of doing. Other than Evelyn. Because if you look at these scores here, 56 from Evelyn, 0 from Kalicharan, 14 from Brooks, 2 from Henry. Gets a short ball, he hits this one high in the air. Gets it into the gap around corner. Will it bounce into the ropes? It does indeed. Didn't make connection on that at all. He punches his bat, but he still enjoyed that either way.
Good attacking mood been shown here by Zishan Matara. Very expensive over so far. Been delivered by Ryan John. He's been put to the sword this over by the young 17 years of age, Zishan Matara.
Yeah, 18 runs in the over, just 1 delivery left. Will it be a calm single so Matara can take the strike? Let's see what the young batter does here. Good Yorker leg delivery from John to end the over. 304 for 9.
Well, Zishan Matara, the youngster, showing that he can do what is necessary at his first class level with the bat in hand. And he's doing a fantastic job thus far for the combined college and campus team, batting at number 9. And when you look at how Cyan Hackett got out, you would want to see an irresponsible way of getting out in Cyan Hackett. And of course, a good partnership was needed this morning. Didn't get it, but of course, young Zishan Matara.
Hodge to Blades. Up in the air, and he hits it down to long on. And it's a single. The Blades gets off the mark. Well done to him, just getting bunting that single down to long on. In some news around the region, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force have progressed to 334 for 9. The Leeward Islands Hurricanes still yet to bat. They will have to make almost 150 at this stage. Top scorer for Trinidad, Jit Gooley with 64. Low order 21 from Brian Charles. And he's still in the wicket, as along with Jaden Seals. The game in Antigua has been completed, with the Guyana Harper Eagles registering a win over the West Indies Academy. Crossing Sabina Park, Jamaica Scorpions at 250 for 8. A little bit behind the 8 ball and making Barbados bat again. I actually think Barbados will bat again. We'll confirm how much the lead is. But Jamaica behind the 8 ball a little bit there against Barbados.
Position Matara, the youngster, doing a fantastic job so far. He's batting sensibly as well. Just picking the strike with the last delivery of the 98th over. This young one, Zishan Matara, is one for the future for West Indies cricket, Andrew.
Yes, certainly. Has the application, certainly has the character and the fight. And to do what he's doing actually in a CCC team that just isn't clicking just yet is even better.
Well, of course, happy enough for the combined college on campus. They scored over 300 runs this time around. Second time in this competition they are scoring over 300 runs. Scored 300 against the Jamaican Scorpions at Sabina Park. That game, Captain Jonathan Carter scored 100 in that game as well. So as I mentioned before, we're getting patches from the combined college and campus team. They are not pulling together thus far in the competition. We're still in patches.
John went for 18 in his last over against Matara. Let's see how Matara deals with the burly fast bowler again. Yorker length delivering, that's dug out quite nicely. It's into the mid-wicket region, and it's just a single. So Blades will have to contend with John now. And I think John will be hoping to wrap it up as quickly as possible here against Shadiah Blades.
Well, needs to. The lead is building so far 116. As mentioned, 150, 160 lead on this wicket. Can be very challenging, even though the Windward Island Volcanoes are batting well. But this last day wicket here in Sheridan Park.
Short delivery, Blades goes for the hook. Doesn't make contact at all. Sails harmlessly through to keeper Walcott. And they have those gaps in the slips again there, Penny. Just 2 slips in place there with Ambrose and Athanas. And I mean, with a number 11 batter, the ball can really go anywhere when their mind takes them. So you can't really set a field. But I guess it's a pet peeve of mine, those gaps in the slips. Looked away nicely by Blades on this occasion, and he gets a single and gives a strike back over to Matara. Sensible cricket by the last wicket pair. And why is it do we have to wait till the last wicket pair to see sensible cricket?
That's what I'm saying. These youngsters of the combined college and campus need to understand their own senior players such as Jonathan Carter and Shamar Brooks. So they need to learn as quickly as possible as well.
Goes for the drive over extra cover. Does it get to the ropes? The fielder from long off will come around, and no, they come back for 2. uppishly, but away from that fielder at the extra cover position. And that is Cavum Hodge. He's no slouch, Zishan Matara. He's going to try his hand as best as he can.
Bit over pitch there on the part of Ryan John. But this youngster, Zishan Matara, showing his full class here at Sheridan Park.
Seems to like the leg side. Of course, in that 18-run last over against John, he was all the shots were on the leg side. That shot of extra cover shows he does have an offside game.
Of course, to me, he can hit the ball all around this ground here. No limits to this young man, Zishan Matara. He just had a bad day with the ball yesterday.
Well. John is feisty. Blade survives. 3-11 for 9.
Yes, indeed. The Windward Island Volcanoes would want to wrap up this innings as soon as possible. But of course, the young Zishan Matara doing a great job so far. Batting at number 9 for the Combined College and Campus team. Valuable 29 runs to his credit thus far.
Cavum Hodge to continue. And he's bowling to Matara. Goes high in the air. Does he get it over long off? It's a good effort there. Going back is Salazar, and it just dribbles into the rope. Little bit of luck there for Zishan Matara, but boy, does he deserve it.
Just forcing the issue there was Zishan Matara. Just elude that fielder. Went into the long off boundary for four lovely runs.
Yeah, Salazar was always backpedaling there. Good effort in the end. And unfortunately for him, to add insult to his effort, it just dribbled over the ropes for 4 as he stumbled again.
Very important runs to the Combined College and Campus team, though.
Punches that one up. Oh, Hodge gets a hand hit, and they scramble a single. Throw comes in. 2 batters at the non-strikers end, and Matara or Blades will be run out. That is a farcical end to the innings. I am so sorry for the young man. Penny, look at what happened here.
Poor communication there between the 2 batters. No calling, just run down the wickets. As you can see, the throw coming in. Good awareness there by Ryan John. And the Combined College and Campus, they were bowled out 315 in 91.5 overs. That means the Windward Island Volcanoes need 125 runs to win in this 3rd round fixtures here at Sheridan Park on day 4.
And action resumes here at Chadwin Park as the umpires Christopher Wright and Chris Taylor walk out for the conclusion of this match. It could be exciting. It could be a walk in the park here, a walk in the Chadwin Park for the Windward Islands Volcanoes as they require 125 to sweep a victory here in the round 3 match of the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-Day Championship. Andrew Chan in your company. Always a pleasure to be bringing lovely cricket to you. And it's also my pleasure to bring Marlon Pinnock to you as well. Marlon, Pinnock, Pinny, your thoughts on the state of the game.
Good morning to you again, Mr. Andrew Chang. Well, of course, just 49 runs was added this morning by the combined college and campus team, and they lost 4 wickets. But as we mentioned, on this 4th day wicket here at Chadwin Park, won't be easy as I think for the Windward Island Volcanoes. A bleak skies here as well. So naturally the left arm seam bowler in Jediah Blades will get the balls to swing around on this wicket.
It's a good point. And of course the conditions as well, Penny. It's still overcast. No bright sun around. Thankfully, the rain gods have stayed away for now. So I think it's a bit of a tricky total. I think it could go either way. As I mentioned, of course, the Windward Islands have won both games so far in the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-Day Championship by 9 wickets. If they get to this total with the loss of only 1 wicket, that will be a very good achievement indeed. Blades to Jeremy Solazano. Better swing there immediately, but back of a length from Blades.
Solazano, look, very easy immediately. In the middle of his bat, all 3 games so far, we've seen this young man, Solazano, getting starts, looking good at the wicket. So of course, as you can see over the eastern side, some dark clouds there, but not threatening Chadwin Park though. Of course, we're happy to be here on day 4. Good start here by Jediah Blades.
But of course, in terms of, from the CCC perspective, Jonathan Carter and his boys have to remain positive. And they have to believe that that something can happen, that anything can happen, and they have to believe that a CCC win can happen, and they have to make it happen.
Well, of course, you can see the energy led by Captain Jonathan Carter out there as well. That goes to show they still have belief in their team. But as I mentioned before, the Windward Island Volcanoes is not a team that will roll over that easily on this wicket. All 3 games so far, they have scored over 300 runs plus. So there's a team that won't be flustered that easily here, Andrew.
Yeah, the other considerations that the Volcanoes have all day to make the runs. It's only 10:53 here in Jamaica. And of course, we'll play all the way up until lunch, which will take us another hour and 8 minutes or so. And I would suspect that the Windward Volcanoes would be hoping to be about 60 or 70 by that stage on the board. Not bad from Blades, but he needs to be more testing here. He needs to beat Solazano. Solazano guides this one into the gully region. Hackett as well, and there's no run.
A no ball signal here by umpire Chris Wright. So the first run of the innings to the Windward Island Volcanoes. Striding there for extra pace there was Jediah Blades. And he will want to make early inroads for the CCC team here at Chadwin Park.
Lovely straight drive. That's all along the turf. That's the first runs off the bat, and it is an absolutely glorious shot By the little man from Trinidad, Jeremy Solazano.
Pleasing in the eye to watch, as you can see on the replay. High elbows, full flow of the bat. Terrific timing here by Solozano. Picked up from where he left off in that last game against the Barbados Pride at Kensington. Such a good looking left-handed batter is Solozano.
Yeah,
looks
scored
very good.
86 in that match. Unfortunately, didn't do very well. Only got 13 in the first innings here. Too wide there from Blades, and that does end the over. 5 without loss. The Windward Volcanoes require 120 for victory.
Indeed. And they have an entire day to score that 120 runs here on the last day of this West Indies Regional Round 3 game at Sheridan Park. They are on top is the Windward Island Volcanoes from the start of this year's competition. First game they played at Sabina Park against the Scorpions. They won by 9 wickets. And of course, Romario Greaves seemed to be the man who will be opening the bowling from the football end. And why not? After picking up 5 wickets in that first innings.
Yes, indeed. Calvin Hodge is the leading contender for man of the match with unbeaten 165 and 2 wickets, I believe. But Greaves with 5 wickets in the first inning, a half century in the second innings. If he can produce some magic here and take this game for the CCC. Kamani Melias on strike. Hits that up in the air and it bounces just short of that field at cover region. That's the Jaya Blades. So a little bit of adjustment needs to be made here by Kamani Melias. I like Kamani Melias. He's a talented young batter. Very polite person. Very jovial.
Very good sportsmanship. Romario Greaves will be looking to add more wickets to his tally. And boy, oh boy, does the CCC need wickets here.
Melias gets an easy run to get off the mark. But it's stranger weather today, Penny. It's almost as if Chedwin Park is giving us a little bit of a farewell just by making the skies a little darker and a little bit more dramatic. Because all the time, for the last 3 days, we'd have spectacular, gorgeous sunshine and breeze. But it's almost as if to set the tone, Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica, just making it a little bit more dramatic.
And you're making the commentary box so dramatic as well, with your pretty color shirt. I like your color though. That's your favorite color, Andrew?
Well, my favorite color, of course, is maroon of the West Indies, and then red for my lovely Liverpool, my mighty Liverpool.
Indeed, that's our favorite color as well on our team as well.
Yep.
Vishan Lalaman not happy with that though.
Kadir Mohammed, our cameraman, is spitting vehemently outside. Says he's a fan of a club that I won't say that name because it's disgusting in my mouth. Lovely drive. That one is through extra cover. Salazano. Wow, you beauty.
It is a beautiful shot to watch here. Tremendous timing by Solanza. He's been doing a fantastic job all 3 games so far. He continues to peg away here at Shedwin Park.
Back is he to this one and just cuts that into the point region. There's no run on this occasion.
So that completes the second over with the Windward Island Volcanoes 10 without loss. So far, Solozano looks very good, stroking the ball through the covers from where we left off. Against the Pride, played some lovely shot at Kensington, through the covers as well.
I think that straight drive was absolutely elegant.
It was.
I don't know if our director can pull that one up again.
Any school cricketer watching should learn something in that shot.
I think he's rehearsing it as well. Yes, he is indeed.
I guess that's his favorite shot as well.
Yeah. Blades to Melius. This one is driven to the covers as well. Bit more bottom hand in it. Will it reach the ropes? It does indeed. Kimani Melius says whatever cover drive you can do, Jeremy Solozano, I can do just as well.
Pleasant in the eye to watch there. Full face of the bat being presented by Kimani Melius, and gets the reward he was looking. 4 runs to his credit. So the total is up to 14 without loss.
You can see what Blades is trying to do. He's trying to get that in-swinging delivery. Just starts a little bit too full and a little wide. See if he can get it on mark now. He does indeed, and that's where you want to be. A little bit more movement either way, and Melius could be in some trouble there. But that's where he wants to be generally, and then switch it up with the full delivery on that line.
There's 2 slip and a gully as well. Jediah Blades still will be targeting full deliveries, just on above 4th stone, forcing the big drive.
Straight drives this time, but oh, there's a misfield there by Jonathan Carter, and will it run to the ropes? It gets very close indeed, and that's a misfield by Carter, and that's 4. That's unfortunate there. That's really, really poor from the CCC captain.
But the good thing about Kimani Melius, as you can see on the replay here, full face of the bat being presented, and that goes to show how this young man is a class player.
But it should have been a routine stop for Jonathan Carter. Very casual in his effort. Good delivery. There's where he wants to be, Jediah Blades. A little bit of in-swing. Attacking the pads and the stumps.
Well, of course, getting the ball to shape back into the right-handed Kimani Melius. Middling all the deliveries thus far is Kimani Melius. Looks very good in the eye to watch, Andrew. But of course, he's a good young man. Captain the 2 first games for the Windward Island Volcanoes. And of course, those 2 games he won as well.
He's actually switching sides now. He's going to come around the wicket to the right-hander. I think this is a good play because if he gets it to swing and then straighten, could be in business here. Lovely. Well dug out. Yorker length delivery. Pushed towards that square region. And that is, I think, it's not the end of the over. I think Richard is having a conversation with Jediah Blades, offering some advice, maybe what to do. A pep talk, as it were.
And it's good to see a young wicketkeeper jogging all the way up to the big fast bowler in Jediah Blades to show you some advice as well.
And he switched back to around the wicket, or over the wicket. And this one is flicked into the mid-wicket region. And they'll come back for 2. I don't know what Richards told Blades. Maybe he said, hey, you know what side you're more comfortable on, so bowl from that side. Maybe just to give him a little bit of confidence. But at the end of the over, it's 18 without loss. They require 107 for victory.
Of course, it's 20 without loss after 3 overs. Steady start so far by the Windward Island Volcanoes. Last outing at these two openers put on a century opening partnership in the last outing. So of course they will be well comfortable, well tuned as to what is to happen here.
Edged. Draws the edge as Salazano was playing. I think he was playing around his pad on that occasion. So Greaves starting to find his mark in his second over here.
But of course, Salazano, we know how he bats already. He won't be in any rush whatsoever. Just plays each ball on its merit. And once the one ball presents itself, he's quick to capitalize. On the other hand, Kimali Melius loves to get things going. Windward Island Volcanoes just required 105 runs to win their third game in a row.
So the field for the spinner is a slip, backward point, short extra cover, conventional cover as well, long off, mid on, short leg, and then that I feel that short mid wicket.
So maiden overs come to an end from Romario Greaves at the completion of 4. It's 20 without loss. Really a bleaky day here at Sheridan Park all morning so far. 11:07 here in St. Catherine, Jamaica. Haven't seen any sun all morning. But of course, the Windward Island Volcanoes approaching what would be their third win in a row in this West Indies Regional Championship 2024 season.
Yeah, it's been like that Bob Marley song, Misty Morning, Ain't See No Sun. But we are out here in Shedwin Park and we are having fun, Penny. Jedi Blades to resume to Kamani Melius.
Just reversing that slash outside the awesome was Kimani Melius. It was there for the taking though.
It was. A bit of extra bounce though, so it might have been a little bit dangerous. But it was not the slash, but more the slap. As if the ball disgusted him. But, mindset of a batter is very, very unique indeed, Penny.
Been watchful this time around is Kimani Melius. He's a good leader as well as Kimani Melius. I love to see how he moves around in the field as well.
Yeah.
And it goes to show that he has great leadership skill in him as well.
Yeah, the Windward Island Volcanoes will certainly leave Jamaica with excellent memories. And maintained their position more than likely at the top of the table. That's a lovely drive through the cover region. That is beautiful from Kamani Melius. That is 4 from the moment it left its bat.
Indeed, over pitch delivery there coming in from Jediah Blades. And boy oh boy, did it got the treatment it deserved. A lovely looking shot here coming in from Kimani Melius. He's up to 15. And of course the Windward Island Volcanoes up to 24 without loss here at Shedwin Park.
His batting style is very different from Salazano. Salazano, of course, a left-hander, and you see the full extension of the arms. But Kamani Melius is more short-arm jabs. He just jabs at the ball, but he generates such power. And this one he gets past the cover fielder. Good footwork there from Carter. And they get a single. The Blades will have a chance to bowl at the left-handed Solozano again.
Well, of course, Kimani Melius timing the ball very well. Everything that touches his bat is jumping out. And that shows the timing that this young man has behind him.
And everything that touches his captaincy as well. He was, of course, the Volcanoes captain for their first 2 wins and the first 2 rounds.
So the Volcanoes just acquired 100 runs to win their 3rd game in a row.
Lovely flick by Solozano, just in front of square on the leg side. Motaro runs around. They come back for 2. Throw is a little bit weak, but Solozano was safely in.
Solozano just came inside the line and took that ball to the vacant mid-wicket area. And that goes to show the timing and the class of this young left-handed batter.
In terms of the points table, before the start of this round, the Windward Islands were top of the table on 42.4. Leeward's in second on 25.8. The CCC right at the bottom, 9.6. Yorker length delivery, but that was going down the leg side. Good swing by Solozano. And I think that is the end of the over.
Let's look at the replay here. Going down leg side, but that was a quick, full delivery. Well bowled here by Jediah Blade at the end of the 5th over. 27 without loss. The Windward Island Volcanoes. They just need a further 98 runs to win here in the 4th day of the 3rd round West Indies Regional Championship. As you can see, the physiotherapy on the field there. Got a hit on his toe. Was Solozano. And of course getting some treatment as well. As you can see here on the replay, that ball was heading towards the leg stump, but just slightly heading down the leg side. And of course the good decision on the part of umpire Christopher Wright.
Yeah, he's cracked on the foot there. You can see that he's limping. His shoe is off. He's trying gingerly to walk. I think he's saying, well, I'm going to fight it. And there's a magic spray, Penny. Not that you ever needed it. Your words with the magic spray that fixed your teams.
Solozano is a tough character as well, Andrew.
Yeah.
Chini are very tough indeed.
Yeah. He just has to think about Shamar Joseph, of course, who was struck on the toe while batting in Australia by a searing Mitchell Stark Yorker, and still came out to bowl down Australia for 7 for 78.
But of course, he did have to come off immediately though. Kevin Hodge there, pad up as well.
Kevin Hodge is the sort of character that as soon as he comes off the field, I think he would pad up. As Jeremiah is listed to come in at 3.
Well, of course, Solozano is well set and ready to go as well. So we won't see Kevin Hodge at the moment. It's a tough character. Is Solozano of Trinidad and Tobago though.
Romario Greaves to continue to Kimani Melius.
I like the approach of Kimani Melius so far. It's been positive from start this morning. They are scoring over 5 runs. We're over thus far. Pleasant looking drive up to long on this time. Elegantly played.
Lovely drive there by Salazano. Won't get to the ropes. Long off comes around. Just a single. He hit that so well, Penny, that there was only ever the chance of a single.
As I mentioned before, Solozano times the ball pretty well. It's as if he has something special in his bats.
And of course, we'll certainly be hoping that there is no lasting injury to his feet. Very unfortunate if he's in such good form to miss a round game or two. Long off and long on in place there. Dangerous there from Melius playing around his pad. Half a peel by Greaves and the rest of the CCC contingent.
It was dangerous being across the line.
Dances up the pitch, drive this one down to wide, long off for a single. That's clever batting, I think, there from Melius. Much better than playing around your pad.
At the completion of a 6th over, 29 without loss it is.
Without loss, Penny, with a run off that last delivery. And 30-run partnership as well. Cross section of some of the Jamaica Cricket Association officials as a member of the Windward Islands team think tank. And that hulking gentleman who's a great fan of the game.
Police officer as well.
Of course he is, Penny. Who in Jamaica isn't a police officer, a member of the Jamaica Defence Force. Yushan Lalman has already put in his papers to join the Jamaica Constabulary.
And of course, he should be starting training sometime in April as well.
Indeed, indeed. Should I Blaze to continue to Melius? I think you'll have to take him under your wing for the month of March and get him fit before he gets into the force in April.
Well, of course, we'll start with some aerobics training as well.
Indeed.
Can see some dark cloud here at Shredden Park, but not any sign of any showers here though. But the Windward Island volcanoes on top so far.
Those clouds are certainly more ominous than they were this morning though, Penny. It seemed like just a dark overhang over Chedwin Park, but now those clouds are a little bit darker, a little bit lower as well. I haven't seen any instigation of the ground staff moving into position. The hurry on with the top. .95 for victory, Penny. It's still tricky, given the circumstances, but the Volcanoes have started well.
They have indeed started very positive. Kimani Mellors look to pounce on anything offered to him thus far. And of course, Solozano as well, looking to score as well. So positive intent being shown here by the Windward Island Volcanoes batters at the moment.
Flick nicely into the gap. Will there be two? Will they come back for two? They do indeed. The throw comes in and it's flicked behind by the keeper, Damari Richards. Chris Taylor deems that Melius is safe. Those sort of takes, Penny, let's have a look at the replay on that take there. But those sort of takes in front of the stumps, are you a fan of those? Or are you a more, I will stand up behind the stumps guy?
The right way to do is stand up behind the stump. Easy. I think Gavaska Edmond there was a bit slow to react to that delivery, and hence why Kimani Melius sees the opportunity to come back for a second run there.
Oh, it's wafted that one. That's a lazy waft. No foot movement at all. Ill-advised by Melius.
course, as Kimani Mole has been shown, very good cricketer, very disciplined.
Wide delivery down the leg side, and will that end the over? It does indeed. The Volcanoes require 93, 32 without loss. Some final words from Mr. Marlon Penny before he retires not out to be replaced by Visham Lalman.
Of course, a positive intent been shown thus far by the Windward Island Volcanoes. They're ahead of this third round fixtures here at Chedwin Park, and thus therefore means that the combined college and campus have a hectic job at hand if they are to reduce the Windward Island Volcanoes under this total. But of course, this is where I take my leave from Chedwin Park.
Romario Greaves settled in to face, to bowl to Jeremy Solozano, as a man who just had to do some stretches before he takes up his commentary position. Visham Lalman, a pleasant good morning to you, sir. Drive through the cover region, extra cover region. That will clatter into the scoreboard. Yes, it does indeed. The scorers region there. Wonderful shot there by Jeremy Salazano. He heard that you were coming on, Visham Lalman, and welcomed you with a pleasant extra cover drive.
Yeah, well, as I say pleasant good morning to you, this is an even more pleasant shot by Jeremy Solazano, and it raced along the carpet here at Chedwin Park for 4. So the Windward Island Volcanoes on their trek towards victory here against CCC. Of course, a victory which they would seem as though it will be achieved easily, Andrew. I think, you know, they could consider themselves in a very prime position here to head towards victory.
Yes, certainly. Volcanoes holding basically all the cards.
And he has enjoyed himself through the offside this morning, Jeremy Salazano, especially to Romario Greaves, who's taking the ball away from him. So it's easy for him with those deliveries that well pitched up to just lean forward and find those gaps, access those gaps on the offside. Just 88 runs away again, the Volcanoes. Emilius this time is out. He's gone. Using his feet, dancing down the track, there was Emilius looking to take Greaves over long on, and it was straight into the fielder's hand. So Emilius again has to depart early, and he is not having the best of tournaments.
Yeah, unfortunate from Melius, trying to force the issue here. And a good diving catch there. I think that's by Govasta Edmond down there, tumbling around. And unfortunately, the Windwards lose their first wicket with the score on 37. And as I mentioned, they've won both their games so far by 9 wickets. Will that be the same today? As Johan Jeremiah comes out to join Solazano. So 2 left-handers at the crease now. And CCC will have to hope and pray that this is the opening that gives them a little bit of a chance and a sniff in this game.
Yeah, I think there's no need, Andrew, to really play shots like that at the moment. I think the Windward Island Volcanoes, I said when I came into commentary box, you know, they're in a healthy position. No need to rush. You have the entire day to bat. It's just about 37 minutes away from the luncheon interval. And then there are 2 sessions to follow.
And once again, a wicket falls as soon as you come onto commentary, Visham. I don't know what it is about you. You'll have to bathe yourself with some blue soap later today.
However, though, you know, in saying so, Andrew, in saying that, you know, you have all day to bat, sometimes these low totals, you know, when you try to bog down yourself as a batter, or as a batsman, as the case may be, you know, it's always a case, or sometimes the case, where bogging down yourself can prove to be your demise. So it's always, or sometimes a good ploy to play positively.
Well, it's all about the balance of the red ball game, I think, because it ebbs and flows. You can understand that, of course, Melius will try to impose himself on the spinner at the end of the over, 37 for 1. But you still have to play. I think you have to play, or you have to play the game, as Penny says, each ball on its own merit. And if that delivery wasn't there for the hitting, and then you have feelers off and long on, you can quite as easily have just bunted that down, long off or long on for a single, and continue batting. Because the important thing, of course, is that that you're chasing down a fairly. It could be a tricky total. You know, a couple wickets here, CCC in the game. Windward Island Volcanoes get nervous, and things change very, very quickly. And there will be a change in bowling. The man who took that spectacular catch down that long on will be coming on to turn his arm over. Govasta Edmund from the northern end of the ground.
Well, I think, you know, this situation here for the CCC would bring about some bowling changes from Jonathan Carter at a rapid rate as well, Andrew. Because of the fact that if he isn't able to get a wicket within the space of 2 to 3 overs from any one bowler, I think we are going to see rotation of his bowlers here at rapid intervals.
It's Govasta to Salazano.
Again, the reason for that is because they are looking for wickets. And wickets will be the reason why, or wickets could be a reason, you know, for them to win the game if they are to do so. So that's the only way they're going to win the game. They have to dismiss the Windward Island Volcanoes before the next 87, 88 runs are scored.
I suspect Romario Greaves may hold on that end to a large extent, that southern end of the ground. And might rotate his bowlers from this to northern end.
Flicked out nicely there by Salazano on the onside. Matara giving chase. And Salazano earns himself 2. The Windward Island Volcanoes total goes up by 2 as well.
Well, that's what he's done this morning. Greaves from the southern end of the ground, Blades from the northern end, replaced by Edmund. So yes, of course, we will see Zishan Motaro. I suspect before long.
Nicely timed down the ground, but Motara dives away to his right. He is having a good morning, Zishan Motara, whether it was in the field or with the bat in hand as well, Andrew. You were a bit disgusted when he got out.
I don't know. I don't know if you'd say he's having a good morning. He's having the most absolute mixed morning you can ever have. As he was absolutely great with that bat in the little cameo. And then an unfortunate mix-up resulted in his running out with Jediah Blades and ending the CCC innings in a most unceremonious fashion. I mean, credit to them, CCC. They put on 316. They did better than the first innings, but they only mustered 204. A little bit too little too late. Once again, playing well in patches. But just not stringing together performances over lengthy periods, which is what is needed in the red ball game.
It was nicely timed there by Solazano, but he finds the fielder. Looks to be Paris at backward point.
At Henry, Sadiq Henry.
Siddiqui Henry, the Jamaican on the CCC team. Govasta Edmund as well being a Jamaican. And it has been a morning at Chedwin Park, Andrew, where we've seen a lot of dark clouds hovering around the venue. It's been a cool morning here in St. Catherine.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed it has been.
Cut away nicely. Again, finding Henry at backward point. So Siddiqui Henry is having some work to do. That completes the 9th. It's 39 for 1.
But our discussion about swing bowling yesterday, Visham, I wanted to come back to that because these are the conditions where a proper swing bowler would absolutely thrive. And of course, again, we discussed at length our swing bowling um, can be a big factor in the Caribbean and in the West Indies. And that with conditions like these, a swing bowler could have been very, very dangerous. So if the CCC had a swing bowler, and they sort of have one in Jediah Blades, the left armer always tries different things. And information coming in is that there is some rain.
The rain's actually drizzling here, Andrew, as we speak. So I don't think that's good news here at all for any of the teams, more so the Windward Island Volcanoes.
Yes, indeed.
This time it's well played into the offside there by Jeremiah. But yes, Andrew, the rain is drizzling, and of all the 12 days, of all the, well, 2 rounds prior, and the 3 days prior to this one, there's been blistering sunshine.
It just it just proves how much cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty, Visham Lalman. It can be affected by so many different things, including the weather.
Yeah, so of all the 12 days, Andrew, today there has to be rain at Chedwin Park? Well,
price we pay for loving this this odd and beautiful game.
lovely game, isn't it?
Lovely venue as well, Chedwin Park. We really enjoyed our time here in our cozy commentary booth. Cameraman Kadir Mohammed outside on the gantry. Get some sun in the afternoon, he does. But certainly not as bad as what he got in Kensington Cricket Club in Kingston, Jamaica. All sun and no breeze for poor Kadir Mohammed.
Well, Kadir Mohammed has been an excellent cameraman for us here at Chedwin Park as well. He enjoyed himself. He really enjoyed himself as well. He was telling me yesterday, Andrew, how much of a beautiful facility he thinks Chedwin Park is and how much a beautiful place Jamaica is to him and to all of us. At the end of 10, it's 40 for 1.
Yeah, and of course, when he gets those lovely shots, Visham, and he comes in, just to see that you've put it on the big screen, and he sees that you've gotten it, and he gives us a firm slap on the back. I think my shoulder is hurting a little bit from all those slaps on the back, where his positivity rings around the commentary box. And Kadir Mohammed gets a shot at the tarpaulin that should be very much in use shortly, with a light drizzle across here at Chedwin Park.
Well, I don't think anyone would want it to be in use. I think they would want the rain to disappear.
Indeed.
I know Marlon Pinnock has asked the rain to come this morning because he's saying that he has a bowl of soup that he's not sharing with us. He says he prefers to eat his soup when the rain is falling.
Govasta Edmund to continue to Jeremiah.
I said, Marlon, there's a good day of cricket ahead, and you're worrying about your soup, my friend? He said, Visham, the first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning is my stomach and filling it up with good food. There's a good man, Marlon Pinnock, on his way up the stairs.
It almost seemed like he had some cold beers with the rain this morning, Penny did, and invited him to the cricket. Good line, good length from Edmund. But solid behind it is Jeremiah. Got a score in the first game, Johan Jeremiah. Got a start in the game against Barbados at Kensington Cricket Club. But of course, I think it shows the depth of the Windward Volcanoes, that somebody is always performing, somebody's always stepping up. Swipe for that one.
Yeah, looking to slash there, Andrew. And that one just outside the off stump. After this over, I'll be taking my leave, Andrew, because I need to go and sort out a couple of the cameras around the venue. Of course, with the inclement weather that's around. Marlon Pinnock, after eating his bowl of soup, will be joining you back in the com box. 3 more deliveries remaining in the 11th. But Govasta Edmond, Andrew, since coming into the attack, has been very good. He has been on the money. He hasn't been all over the place, so to speak. He has been on that good solid line and length to Joan Jeremiah.
Yeah, it's been not bad from Edmund. I think Blades was trying too hard to get that swing in and missed his line and length on a good couple of occasions.
Flicked away nicely. Whippage from Jeremiah. And this one just lingers along into the boundary for 4 runs.
44 for 1. The score goes up 2 now. Lovely flick, as we were just saying that Edmund was on the money, Lalman. He decides to bowl one on a middle and leg, and easy pickings for Johan Jeremiah.
Yeah, and it's something of sort, a commentator's curse of sort, Andrew, as we spoke about that good line and length that he adopted at the start of the over, and string on that occasion. Here he is again. This one down the leg side, but the fielder is down there at fine leg. So that completes 11 overs. At the end of 11, it is 44 for the loss of 1. As I welcome back into the commentary box, Andrew, as I see a big smile is painted across your face. Marlon Pinnock is joining you now. That's the situation at Chedwin Park.
81 runs required for victory. The Windward Island Volcanoes. Visham Lalman was on commentary when it all happened, of course. The wicket and everything else in between. Marlon Pinnock has enjoyed his little rest and recuperation. It was time for his second breakfast, and he shortly have his 11s before his luncheon. And course, our boys are hard at work here, producing this game and bringing it to you live from Chedwin Park. Penny, welcome back.
Pleasure to be back. Windward Island Volcanoes just need 80 runs here. So some jizzing across the certain park ground here in St. Catherine. See the ground staff getting prepared as well.
It's up in the air. Will the fielder take the catch? He does indeed. That is the end of Johan Jeremiah. Romario Greaves strikes again, dances again. 45 for 2. The Windward Volcanoes.
And he gets his second wicket to go alongside his 5-wicket haul in the first inning. So definitely Romario Greaves is doing a fantastic job so far in this game for the Combined College on campus. And Jeremiah, disappointed innings comes to an end, goes caught by Edmond after bowling of Romario Greaves for 6. So Captain Atanez makes his way to the wicket with his team 45 for the loss of 2.
Well, I've been saying the Volcanoes have won their previous game in the 2 rounds by 9 wickets. It's not going to happen here today. So, but again, this is what the CCC has to believe, Penny. Romario Greaves has taken up 2 wickets, 37 and 45. So in close succession, the fall of those wickets with the score on 37 and then of course on 45. And if they can get Athanas now, and if they can get Athanas cheap, that would certainly give them a world of confidence in terms of taking this wicket. Cricket has continued despite the drizzle around the ground. I think it's a very light, misty drizzle. You can barely see it.
You can barely. But as I was mentioning to Kadir Mohammed, as I think the Windward Island Volcanoes will win by 8 wickets.
Let's see if Penny's prophecies will come true, will come to pass. Greaves, Athanas. Well played.
But of course, Romario Greaves, so far 7 wickets in the game, 5 in the first innings, and he's back in the second innings so far and picked up 2 important wickets for the Combined College and campus at the moment.
Flick through the legs of short leg. I think short leg may have had a little chance in that. He's rubbing his wrist there. But ill-advised shots from Melius and Jeremiah, you have to see. I think you have to take a page out of Solozano's batting book.
And of course, all 3 games so far, Solozano looked very good at the wicket. Goes to show the fight and determination of that young man.
Lovely square drive, almost picks that very fine gap there, but well fielded in the end by Evelyn. And at the end of the over, it's 45 for 2.
Talking about Solozano, made his a day before the West Indies team, but actually didn't get a chance to bat in that game as well. But of course, showing good signs in this year's regional championship thus far. First time this innings was going to see Zishan Motara. Didn't have a great performance with the ball in the first innings. But let's see how he cope this time around. Batted well this morning as well. Scored some 33, I think, this morning. Out of the 49 runs the Combined College and campus mustered this morning, and lost 4 wickets.
Some good overs from Govasta Edmund, but Zishan Motara, the other specialist spin bowler in the CCC attack, is coming in. A good little bowler, bowled well against the Barbados Pride here in the first round of matches. Struggled a little bit against the Volcanoes in the first innings. I think you'll have the world of confidence here. Tosses that one up, and that one is a slap through the cover region. Will it get to the ropes? The outfield is very, very thick. No, Solozano will come back for 3. Excellent running there. 48 for 2.
Flighted delivery outside the off stump and the form. Solozano is in. He won't miss out on that. Good looking shot there by the man himself. Who's up to 18. Should be 20 from 32 deliveries so far. Of course, we've seen 21 now.
Goes for the sweep shot, does Athanas. Doesn't get a connection on it. It dribbles down to that short, fine leg position. Looking to impose himself on this. But I think that shot was there for the picking, because it was on like stumping. He just didn't connect at all.
Well, that's how Athanas play. Always looking to score. Business-like player.
There is a fielder deep backward square leg, so you'd have had to get it very fine indeed.
And also, a next fielder plays at the deep mid-wicket boundary as well.
Indeed. Good cricket here from Solozano.
As the 50 comes up for the Windward Island Volcanoes. So another 75 runs required for victory here. If the Windward Island Volcanoes have to claim their 3rd win of the 2024 season.
Ooh, uppishly there by Athanas. Bit of a thick inside edge. Almost came back to Matara on that occasion. That's a better push through the covers. That is elegant from Athanas. Won't reach the ropes. Will they come back for two? They do indeed. That's an easy two there. They will end the 13th at 52 for the loss of two Windward's Volcanoes. Penny says they will win by 8 wickets. Well, they just require 75 more runs to make him right. And
Well, actually, it will be 73 now.
Athanas has requested his cap. Salazano remains with his helmet. And of course, I think you told me that when you were against the spinners, you always wanted your cap, Penny. You didn't bother with the helmet.
These last days now, Andrew, I bat right through my innings with my helmet. I don't want to tell you the history about me batting in a training session up by Upward Camp. Get a nasty hit under my chin here. So of course from there on, I bat right through my innings wearing my helmet.
Indeed. That's the thought of Marlon Pinnock.
Pleasant looking drive this time around by Salazano. Looks very comfortable thus far. Windward Island Volcanoes haven't won this competition for over a decade now, and will want to change that as they go along this season, Andrew. And
Yeah, well, after this round, there should be the clear leaders, as the state of the game is. And again, it's good to see the situation. I think the rain is getting a little bit thicker. Yes, indeed. The umpires, one of the umpires is walking out with an umbrella. Play does still continue for the moment.
Just 13 minutes.
The groundsmen are ready with the tarpaulin to the left side of our commentary box. Swiped by Athanas, and that will run down to the backward square leg boundary for 4. Athanas sees the rain coming and decides, well, hey, I'm not going to get bogged down anymore, and I want to finish this quickly. Lovely little shot there for 4.
That was badly line delivered here coming in from Romario Greaves. Athanas won't miss out on that. Capitalized very well, and 4 more ones to the Windward Island Volcanoes total, which is up to 57 for the loss of 2.
Yeah, not sure what the delay is. I think they're still waiting for the decision from the umpires.
Well, of course, the wicket keeper, Demario Richards, went for that ball. That was...
I think they are actually going off now. They are indeed, and the tarpaulin will come on as quickly as they can. And that's the situation here, with the Windward Islands requiring 69 runs for victory. Rain stops play here at Chadwin Park. 68 runs, my apologies. Rain stops play here at Chadwin Park. And it's just about... actually, I think it's just about 10 or 11 minutes before lunch. So more than likely, the umpires will take an early lunch. And that is the situation here at Chadwin Park.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Indies Regional Championship. Round 3 action here from Shedden Park. Of course, the Windward Island Volcanoes just needed 68 more runs for victory. So, of course, the Windward Island Volcanoes at the moment on the driving seat. Just about 68 runs to get. 2 sessions remaining in the day's play as well. 2 wickets of fall for the Volcanoes team. This morning, both wickets went to Romario Greaves. Afternoon to you, Kadir Mohammed.
Good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon, Pinnock. Yeah, very good evening here at Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica, as we see the opening batters for the Windward Island Volcanoes. In fact, it's Alec Atenes and Jeremy Solozano.
Well, of course, Captain Alec Atenas will want to carry his team across the line in this third round fixtures. Windward Island Volcanoes so far in this competition won their first 2 games. And of course, the captain at that time was Kiman Melius. Now Atenas is back from Australia and doing justice for the Windward Island Volcanoes at the moment. First delivery after the lunch interval to complete over number 14 for the Windward Island Volcanoes. 57 for the loss of 2. As we welcome back Mr. Andrew Chang in our commentary box. How are you, Andrew?
Yeah, good afternoon, Penny. It was a hustled lunch, but a good lunch nevertheless. Heard you had time to chat with Mrs. Penny as well. Multitasking you are.
Always a pleasure to talk with Mrs. Spinney. But of course, the Windward Island Volcanoes closing in on their third win in a row here in this West Indies Regional Championship.
Yeah, good call by the umpires, of course. Went off about 10 minutes before lunch due to the rain interval. But as soon as the umpires could, they took an early lunch, of course. And as soon as they could get play going again, they did, and they have done so. Jonathan Carter is going to take the ball, and he's going to bowl to his not opposing captain. It's still Jeremy Solozano, 23 of 36. The linchpin of the Volcanoes so far.
Well, this time around, Jonathan Carter is bowling off spin. Started this regional competition bowling some medium pace as well.
Yes, indeed. Normally he's a medium pacer, but trying something a little different now. And he will get a chance to bowl to his opposing captain, Alec Atenas. So it's interesting that in the other 2 games still live in the Cricket West Indies Regional Championships, all the other teams are chasing scores of over 150 on the last 2. Volcanoes a little bit less to chase. But I think it bodes well for the cricket, Penny, that these games are going to the last day. And it almost seems that if the teams are hitting their stride, they're starting to get a little more accustomed and in tune with the rhythm of the 4-day game.
And the thing about it, the combined college and campus, they fight to have this game going into the third day. And it goes to show, once you apply yourself at the wicket, runs will definitely come as a batter for you.
Didn't apply themselves that well this morning. From discussions between umpire Christopher Wright and Jonathan Carter. Good push by Athanase. The single is on. Indeed it is, and they get it quite comfortably in the end.
Of course, let Athanase didn't muster as much score in Australia. So of course he'll be looking to get some runs on his belt in this regional competition.
Yeah, he can certainly take a lesson from his West Indies captain Craig Braffett, who didn't make much runs in Australia either, but played himself back into form with a marathon innings against the Jamaica Scorpions. 59 for 2.
As you mentioned, Craig Brathwaite didn't muster any runs at all in the first 2 rounds, and of course came back strong at Sabina Park against the Scorpions.
Yeah, faced over 300 deliveries, Penny.
Whoa, that's the man, Craig Brathwaite.
Yeah,
Loves
that's
to
the
spend
man
time
indeed.
on the wicket as well.
And that's what he does in his spare time, I'm sure, as well.
Of course, if you talk to some of the great cricketers or the great batters, tell you that in the days when they are up out of their beds, they bat ball right through the days, and that helps them to focus for long periods when they're at the wicket.
Zishan Mataro replaces Romario Greaves, interestingly enough, from the southern end of the ground. Mataro did have one over that he bowled from the northern end. Just shuffling his pack here, Jonathan Carter, and I'm certain you'll see a lot of that here, Penny. However long the Windward innings go for.
Well, of course, Zishan Mataro, last game outing against the Scorpion, deliver a wonderful spell of bowling, getting 6 wickets for 108 runs. Well, of course, it definitely would need 6 wickets here, under 100 runs for the combined college and campus.
Goes for the reverse sweep. There's Athanase. There was a full delivery, and he gets it through for 4. 66 required for victory. No, that's 62 now.
Wow, the reserve sleep, as you can see on the replay, that's Athanase at his best. Tremendous shot there. As you see, you saying, I'm getting this thing over before any signs of the rain this afternoon again.
We haven't heard the penny for a little while. That signature, registered trademark. The Marlon Pinnock Corporation. All proceeds go to the Marlon Pinnock Foundation.
Whereas Zishan Mataro seemed to having some problems in gripping the ball as well. Jonathan Carter, the captain, enjoying the ball, taking some time as well.
Goes for the sweep shot this time. Does he pick the gap? He does not. The ball bounces awkwardly as the two fielders converge on it. That was Hackett running around from fine leg, and then that looks like Henry running around from mid-wicket region.
But clearly the intent from Captain Athanase is to get quick runs here after lunch.
Yeah, they don't want to let Mataro settle. I think if Mataro settles, he'll be a very dangerous customer for the CCC. Flick past that short leg fielder. They'll come for one, will they stay? It's just one. The throw is wild. Good backing up there by Evelyn at that point position.
So Lozano look very easy in the eye so far. Volcano does need a further 60 runs for victory. And of course, the combined college and campus haven't registered a win so far.
Goes with the reverse sweep again. There's Athanas. Appeal for a leg before.
But of course, that ball was a full delivery on the line of middle and off stump. And Athanas looking to sweep once more. That's a reverse sweep this time.
Dances up the pitch, turns that into a full toss, flicks that through mid wicket. The field has a lot of work to do. Does well, Sadiq Henry with the boot. If they come back for two, will they get a third? No. Henry does well to get the ball back in.
Good use of the feet there being shown by Atanez at the completion of over number 16. With the Windward Island Volcano 67 for the loss of 2.
Good use of the feet there by Henry as well.
So it's a collective effort there being shown all
Yeah.
around.
Well, sometimes they warm up with football and of course I think there's going to be a change in bowling at the northern end of the ground. Maybe Greaves might be tried.
First time we've seen Romario Greaves coming from this our commentary box end as well.
Yeah, struck with 2 wickets from the southern end of the ground, so it's a little shuffle of the pack here.
So as I mentioned earlier, it's good to see the last round games going into the 4th days as well. Goes to show how the players are putting in the work that they required to get in as well.
Indeed. Greaves does Solazano. Pleasant drive up to mid-off. Hackett is deep enough that the run is safe. Like 2 whippets between the wickets here. Solazano and Athanas. Both very, very slim batters. I'd argue Athanas has a build almost like Shivner and Chandapal. He's so slim.
What the difference with these 2 batters is that Atanez
Goes for the big hoik into the extra cover region. That slap towards the pavilion for 4.
talking about this man Atanez loves to get bat and ball, and he did certainly show there on this occasion. Top shot by Atanez.
Was a wide delivery outside the line of the off stump. .53 required for victory now. Make that 52, Penny.
Indeed. Easy pickings so far by the Windward Island Volcanoes captain Atanez. He's up to 19 from 20 deliveries.
Did I do it right there?
You did.
Goes for the big drive. Does Salazano wants to join Athanaz in on the attack. Didn't quite get a hold of that one. This one he gets through the cover region. Not as sweetly as Athanaz, but gets forfeit nevertheless. They require less than 50. Now it's 48. Salazano, what a shot.
It is indeed a pleasant looking shot there coming in from the steady left-hander. Flighted delivery outside the off stump. As if Romario Greaves is saying to me, come on, hit me. And he did hit him through the covers before. A lovely looking shot. 32-run partnership so far from 33 deliveries.
Indeed, Penny. A decent delivery, played with respect. At the end of the over, 77 for 2. After 17, 48 required for victory, a run rate of 4.57.
Definitely the Windward Island Volcanoes scoring very quickly here in the second innings. And of course, the captain of the Windward Island Volcanoes in no nonsense mood at the moment. Still some dark clouds high above us here at Sheridan Park. But of course, here at the venue, clear. We're not getting any sun as well, but at least we're getting a chance here, Andrew.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit brighter now that you mention it. I think Athanaz wants to. As Matara continues. Goes for the reverse sweep again, gets 4 again. Well, well, well. Athanaz has gotten his personal invitation to Penny Party round 2 and wants to get there early.
Indeed, it seems to be this is his trademark shot. Time it in it very well. And 4 more runs to Athanaz. Up to 23 from 21 deliveries.
Yeah, it shows the strength of the Windward Volcanoes. They're making an absolute dolly of this chase. It could have been difficult. It could have been awkward. Glances of the pitch. Well adjusted line by Mataro. It shows that he's learning. And it's good because, of course, he's a young fellow, Penny. But he will need to evolve a lot at this level. And he will need to do it very quickly. Cut in front of square. Will it run away to the ropes? It does not. Hackett comes around from the backward point and chases it down. Athanaz gets another 2.
One thing for sure, though, they haven't allowed Zishan Motaro so far in this game to settle in. He's been put to the sword by the Windward Island Volcanoes batters thus far.
Pushes nicely into that same region. They will think of 2, but Hackett is quick off the boundary. Just a single. Sends Salazano back. Athanaz, my goodness. You really are in a hurry to get to that Penny Party.
He definitely is. It will be a party to remember as well. To miss Easter this here in Jamaica.
Cold beers and brown bottles waiting for Alec Athanaz. Sweeps this time. The Salazano doesn't get a hold of that one.
There's a man at the deep backward square leg boundary as well. For Salazano. To complete over number 18, he presents a full bat with the score 84 for loss of 2.
41 required for victory now. And the CCC are starting to look a little bit despondent there, according to their body language, Penny. The situation of hands on hips and moving into positions very sedately. I'm not sure even a character like the Mario Richards behind the stump could gear up his team at this point. But you never know, a wicket or 2. With the nerves creeping into the Windward's Volcanoes dressing room. You have to respect Athanaz's judgment of the cricket ball, Penny. He knows what to do with each delivery. Gets into position. That one is a sweep. That's high in the air. That's over the field of the backward square leg. That's a 6. I was now saying Athanaz knows what to do with every delivery. And he certainly dispatched with that delivery with consummate ease.
Indeed. A little man, but a powerful man indeed. That one went all the way on top of the roof. Here at Chedwin Park for 6. Top shot by the Windward Island Volcanoes captain Alec Athanaz.
That's 35 required for victory now as they seek to retrieve the ball. And one of the scorers has to vacate his position and head down to the mid-wicket boundary. Oh, he has to actually go outside. I think that one is cleared. Chedwin Park, and the gentleman will have to go outside. He was just going through a little small gate at the side there, but I saw a figure in a red cap went to retrieve the ball.
And of course, seemed to be your DJ friend as well.
Let's have a look at that that shot again in the meantime, Mr. Director. It really was a clean sweep pull.
As I mentioned earlier, as clean as a whistle was that shot from Atanaz.
As clean as a whistle shop selling whistles, Penny. I think they might have to get a new ball here, Penny, as the third umpire trots out. And they will have to find a replacement ball.
Well, of course, the Windward Island Volcanoes in a hurry to get these remaining runs here at Sheridan Park to register their third win of the tournament thus far. So
There's a shot of the overseeing. I'm trying to find the ball there. I don't know if you all have this game in pinning called 6 and out in Jamaica. If you hit it into a neighbor's yard or in a difficult area, if you lose the ball, it's 6 and out. You play that in Trinidad. Doesn't have that in red ball cricket because they have a decent supply of balls. They're still looking for the ball, but I think a replacement has been provided. So Greaves will continue to Athenas. And whoever, if the ball is ever found, Penny, somebody has a very lovely memento there. I suspect Visham Lalman will be trotting over there to see if he can have a search for that ball. Loves his memorabilia and his mementos. Probably get Athenas to sign it. Goes high again, goes hard again, goes over long on. That's another 6 for Athenas. Penny Party VIP ticket, ready, locked and loaded.
take a look here on the replay. Bang! From that little man there. Halik Atanaz. Big shot coming in there. The score is up to 96 for the loss of 2 here at Sheridan Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica.
Partnership of 51 of just 44 as well. Athanas's contribution 38 of 28. Jeremy Solozano, I think he's the perfect foil. Any attacking batsman, you want to keep him in your pocket and travel with him everywhere.
That means just 29 runs remaining for victory here for the Windward Island Volcanoes. And the captain of the Windward Island Volcanoes in a hurry here.
I think the race is on now to see who will get their half century, Penny, because I think Solozano was eyeing it up. Because there was a half century there for the taking, but with Athanas on the march, a couple lusty blows, and I think the ball has been found. Yes, indeed.
But one thing for sure though, once Atanaz don't get out here, there's no race. He will definitely be the man who gets that half century.
I'm not sure what that is. It's a rag.
Rag.
A rag for the play. I thought that was a ball that has been found.
And that's a rag to keep the ball dry as well.
Indeed.
The way how Atanaz is going at the moment, it always will be wet because he's hitting the ball over the ropes as well.
Mean, certainly, Penny. I'm just thinking we might get some catching practice in the commentary box here. We might have to protect the laptop and equipment that we have if Athenas decides to land a straight one.
But how safe are you? How safe are your hands here?
Well, you saw my catching on Sunday in Ocho Rios. It's not bad. I have my moments of brilliance.
Well,
and I have my moments of stupidity like everyone else.
Pleasant. This is good cricket being played here by the Windward Island captain. Atanaz looks very good so far.
And he rehearses a sort of golf swing shot there. As if you're saying 4 and I'm aiming for the green. But I'm glad to see that despite his trials and tribulations in Australia, he's come out here positively. He's assume the role of captaincy of Windward Island Volcanoes. That one is tossed up, and Solozano strokes it through the extra cover region and does it go into the ropes. It does indeed. A flighted delivery by Graves and not wasted at all by Jeremy Solozano.
What I like about that shot, he picked that gap perfectly well, and that goes to show the class of this young man. Solozano, very classy batsman indeed.
Score is now 101 for 200 up for the Windward Island Volcanoes in spanking time. If this was a 50 over game, they would have been well placed for over 300, 400.
In very quick time as well.
Yeah.
This seems to be the world records. Fastest time here in Chedwin Park.
24 required for victory. Does Athanas do it in 4-6s or 6-4s, Penny? Who is he up against? Zishan Motaro. Oh my. The field is spread far and wide, but there's still a slip and short leg in place. Goes for the sweep shot again. He will only get a single down to that fielder deep backward square leg. Sort of an anti-climax there.
So if you look at Atanas so far, 40 runs from 30 deliveries. So he's not messing around here, Andrew.
Yep.
He's trying to get this win as quickly as possible for the Volcanoes.
But of course, I think it's good to see the intensity. I think the Windward Island Volcanoes played the game exactly how it's supposed to be played. They were aggressive when they needed to be. Could push down the ground for a single there. They were defensive when they needed to be, especially when Evelyn and Carter were putting on a little bit of a partnership in the first innings, and then of course in the second innings as well, when it was Carter and then Greaves and then Carter and Evelyn again. And I think the important thing is that they stuck to their plans on a fairly benign wicket as well, Penny. Gets the sweep. Does he get it between the fielder? No, he doesn't. So yeah, it is a batting track, but there was something in it for the bowlers. I would say it's maybe about 80-20 in terms of favor of the batters. So they did well on a flat pitch, rotated the bowlers well.
So at the completion of the 20th over, 103 for the loss of 2. The Windward Island Volcanoes haven't let Zishan Motara settle in this game any at all both days.
And of course, this round 3 match is the last round of matches to be held in Jamaica for now, before they travel to St. Kitts, round 4 and 5. There's actually a little bit of break for the players here. They start back on March the 13th. And back once again in Jamaica as well. So they'll be back in Jamaica. But they will be at Sabina Park. I think we'll come back to our glorious Chedwin later on in April.
So of course, Romario Greaves so far picking up those 2 wickets.
Athanas goes big again. This one is a little bit flatter. Good job by that fielder down there at mid-wicket. I think that's Matara. Actually running around from deep back at square leg. Certainly saved the boundary there. That was flat batted there by Athanas.
Definitely in no nonsense mood is the Windward Island Volcanoes captain Athanas. So Lozano this time around was just looking to force that ball, but at the last second realized it wasn't there for the taking as well.
Indeed.
Adjusted very quickly.
Full toss. But it's really incredible. I mean, Penny, if you look at the range of batters that we've seen here, you look at the muscles of a Damel Evelyn or a Sunil Ambrose, and you can understand why they're such ball beaters. But Athanas, I mean, he's a very, very slim figure, not to take anything away from him, because he can clear the boundary with consummate ease. But to generate that sort of power here from a very, very slim figure, goes for the reverse sweep again, and he gets it again. And there's a little bit of the delicacy and the intricacy of Alec Athanas.
That's his trademark shot in this inning so far. 3 times he has played that shot, and all 3 of them into the boundary for 4. Hats off to the man, Athanas.
But yeah, his power hitting is really nothing to be scoffed at. I mean, you might think the reverse is a close-up of a cut shot there. I think he really wants to lace one through that point region.
Well, of course, he's just a boundary away from another half century in regional cricket as well.
My, yes, he took it away from Jeremy Solizano. He goes again, he goes high, he goes over square leg. That's his 50, that's another 6. That is brilliant batting by this young Windward Island Volcanoes captain.
He really took the game away from the combined college and campus, and that's the second time he's going over that area. That's where the first ball was lost, and actually he's going back over there this time again. Top shot, as you can see coming up on the replay here, in the heart, and he dealt it severely by the man himself, Athanas.
And once again, that gentleman has to go through the gate on that western side of the ground.
So the 35 deliveries it took the Windward Island Volcanoes captain Athanas to pick up yet another half century in regional cricket.
And his 13th according to our statistician Visham Lalman. Thank you very much, Lalmon. And his Rasta name or his rebirth name will be Aisham Lalmon.
So just about 9 runs required for victory here by the Windward Island Volcanoes, who has dominated proceedings so far here at Chedwin Park.
Yep. He turned a very, very tricky, very, very tricky chase into an absolute doddle here.
But as I mentioned before earlier, as I was telling Kadir Mohammed, that I think the Windward Island Volcanoes will win by 8 wickets. As you can see, Mr. McLeod there, still looking for that ball. What Captain Alec Athanas hit over there. It was a big shot in the end. Maximum result to the Windward Island Volcanoes captain.
And it's been an absolute half century that's built on sweeps, and at the end of it all, it was actually the end of the over, 116 for 2. More sedate proceedings expected here with Solizano facing Watara. 9 runs required for victory. Back and cuts and doesn't pick the gap there, Solizano.
Shan Motar haven't been on his A game in this round 3 action. Well, that was a brilliant delivery this time around, beating the outside edge of Solozano's back there. Good delivery coming in from Dishan Motara.
Too little too late from the young spinner, unfortunately. Push straight. Will they get 2 here? They're thinking of it. No, they won't. An easy single here. Athanas has a chance to end this in style. Penny, what are your calls? 2 4s or a 6 and a 4?
Well, of course, Athanas is batting so far. He's doing it with 6s so far. 2 to his name just now.
Yeah.
A little elegance there this time around.
And it's been an inning of sweeps, actually, because he pulled. He swept conventionally. He has reverse swept, I should say.
Where that delivers to the Windward Island Volcanoes captain. 2 in a row as well. 72 partnerships so far.
Goes for the sweep again. Well. Is that a missed stumping chance by Demario Richards?
It is a job catch indeed. So at the completion of the 22nd over, 117 for loss of 2. So there's 2 boundaries away from a third win in a row for the Windward Island Volcanoes, who was dominated this year's West Indies Regional Championship thus far, Andrew.
Yeah, definitely. And again, once again, the CCC, of all that I've seen of them, they don't have to go back to the drawing board. They just need to string together some partnership, take some wickets on a little bit more regular intervals. A little bit. I think they've been excellent in the field. I have to give them that. They're top-class fielding side. Tucks this off the leg, does Solozano, and gets a single.
As I realize the clouds start to build over here in Sheridan Park in Catherine, but of course the brilliant innings so far of the Windward Island Volcanoes captain really and truly put the Windward Island Volcanoes in a driving seat at the moment. Just the 7 runs required.
Goes for the reverse sweep again, and he gets it past the fielder. That was a half-hearted attempt by Sadiq Henry. Just 4 more required for victory.
So 5 in 5 here coming in from Atanaz. And well played to the Windward Island Volcanoes captain as well. Coming back from the tour of Australia. And in his first game as captain, registered an half century. And of course, just 4 runs away from registering a win as well. Very confident player.
It's been an excellent little knock here. That's showcased. Well, that's really showcased his sweeping skills. But certainly his ability as well to change the shape of a game. Single here.
And of course, Atanis is really a classy player.
He indeed is. Jeremy Solozano has the chance now to win the game to Volcanoes officially.
And if you realize, Atanis has shot all around the wicket, Andrew, it goes to show the class of the young man.
Yeah, he has a bright future, this Athanas. And at the end of the over, he will be on strike. Yeah. As the Windward Volcanoes just require 2 runs for victory here to round off what would be an excellent 3rd round tournament with the toppling, the groundsmen ready to with the toppling again. I don't think the umpires will go off with just 2 runs required for victory.
Well, of course, just a little drizzling. It won't affect play any at all though. But with 2 runs required, and the captain himself, Atanas, is on strike 57 from 41 deliveries. You can't ask for a better knock.
There's Matara to Athanas, and he goes to the big hoik into the extra cover region. There's a misfield, and they get a single, so there'll just be 1 run required for victory now. Solozano, do you finish off the game for the Volcanoes in style?
Of course, just the right person to do the job. Batted very well so far in this game. Anchored the innings for the Windward Island Volcanoes. All fielders of the combined college and campus team closing in.
Yeah, the field is going to be adjusted. Is every fielder coming inside the circle? I think just about.
Jonathan Carter just taking his little sweet time to go to that leg slip area as well. So just a single remain for the Windward Island Volcanoes to register their third.
Salazano goes for the pull, and he gets it down to the deep square leg boundary. That's a 4. That's a win by 8 wickets for the Windward Island Volcanoes. They resume their position at the top of the table in the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-Day Championships. Marlon Pinnock is so delighted by what he's seen from the Windward Island Volcanoes.
I am definitely agreeing with what you say, Mr. Chang. The Windward Island Volcanoes came here at Jamaica playing top-class cricket throughout the 3 rounds. And this is a reward for them at the top of the table. And hats off to Captain Attanes for getting an half century in his first game back from Australia.
And that's the stage of this round 3. At the end of this round 3 match between the combined campuses and colleges and the Windward Island Volcanoes. The Windward Island Volcanoes have wrapped up victory just after lunch by 8 wickets on the 4th day of this match. And they've done it just as the rains start to come down. There was a slight delay for the rains earlier today, which meant we had an early lunch, but at the end of the day, that man, Alec Athanas, with a brilliant unbeaten 50, making a doddle of the chase, 125 runs. On behalf of the production team, our producer, director, statistician, commentator, cricket coach, and everything else, Visham Lalman, also chief coach of the Waterboys and assistant backup Waterboy as well. Cameraman Kadir Mohammed, commentator Kadir Mohammed, hype man Kadir Mohammed, and Mr. Marlon Pinnock, the Jamaican legend, the Wonder Man, the one and only, and myself, Andrew Chan. This is your Cricket 360 team signing off from Chedwin Park in St. Catherine, Jamaica. Thank you very much, Chedwin Park, for being such a glorious host. We will be back with you for round 4 of the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-Day Championships. Enough respect.